Hey there, Variety here. Welcome to today's video in which we're going to be covering a fishing guide. So, fishing in this game can kind of be considered a side activity where many people would just kind of think that it's not really relevant and that they can kind of skip it. If you really only want to focus on gear and kind of push cooking and other features out of the way, you could do that. Although it's not something that I'd recommend doing because it gives you some nice rewards and it's not a lot of work. It really isn't. So today we're going to have a look at how you fish, the idling, then we're going to have a look at the rewards and what the rewards feed into because it does feed into other features of the game. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is have a look at fishing itself. So before we do that though, I want to show you the best way to find where to fish. So what you do is click more, you go to skills, you go to life skills, go to fishing, and then you find which fish that you want to find, that you want to fish up, and you click on it, how to obtain, and then click on it. This is how you'll find the fish that you're looking for, right? It's easier doing that than running from map to map and trying to, find a fishing hole that you can actually fish at with the appropriate level because that can be annoying. Okay, so right now we're going to fish right here. So it's pretty basic. You can either do automatic or you can, which is called idle, or you can do it manually. So first up, we'll do a manual cast. So it's basically just waiting for the minigame to come up in which you click the button. So it's relatively pretty easy. However, after about 50 casts, which is when I found out you can actually idle it, you're going to want to idle. So you just click the idle button and just let it go. If you're a membership, you can run it for 6 hours. But fishing, you're not limited by how much you fish. You're limited by bait. So you can only get a certain amount of bait. And honestly, you could save up your bait and not fish for, a week or two and then do all the fishing in one day and idle if that's what you wanted to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is have a look at some of the things. So, whenever you're in this game, always click on something and how to obtain it and then find it. So you're able to buy fishing bait from here. Fishing bait is expensive. I don't know why it's so expensive, but you can only buy so much of it per day. If you can somehow pull the money together to buy the bait each day, as well as going into skills, life skills, fishing, and opening up the fish store and grab your bait, you can just save your bait up and then use it whenever you feel like it. Okay, so that's probably the only thing that you really need to worry about if you're not doing fishing yet. Make sure you grab your bait and just store it. Okay, so let's talk about the store and let's talk about the bonus. So when you're fishing, you're going to get a basket. And in your basket, you're going to have a bunch of fish. So fish can do all sorts of different things, but for right now, we're going to talk about it in the context of the store. So let's go into skills, life skills, fishing, fish store. So in here, you can trade your fish in for things. So you'll have a beginner store, an advanced store, and a master store. And there's honestly some really nice items that you can get in here for trading for fish. However, the fact is that you are still limited by bait. So you can't rush through this and get your items, unfortunately. So you can either use the fish to trade in the store here, or you can use your fish for other things. I just want to make a quick note of the bonuses. So here you see bonuses 30%. My luck is 6 plus 4. So luck is basically increases how often you pull up a good, fishing draw, right? So you want to get your luck up. This comes from your gear and from the bait you're using, as well as food. So right here, I have 30% because I'm using a rod. I actually went into the mall. I went into exotic. While I was testing things, I bought out this fishing rod here. So it actually gives me plus 4 luck, which I believe gave me 20% chance of pulling out a good fish right off the bat. This actually allowed me to pull out a lot of rare fish, a lot of yellow fish, Like, the best fish that I found, in my opinion, was I was able to donate the fish to an NPC and get 2,000 intimacy immediately, which was incredible, honestly, because you can use it on any NPC you want. They don't have to actually like it. So, save up your bait, and if you decide to use up a lot of bait, I'd recommend getting a fishing rod before you actually use it. The food that you want to use alongside it would be, let's open this up and have a look. It's called common fried ben shrimp. You can't get it till level 9, but that gives you an extra luck. If you get really lucky and you get a legendary one, it actually increases your luck by 2, which is awesome. Of course, you can also get a fishing rod from the fishing store if you trade in fish for it, but that's very difficult to do. So, it's totally up to you. Okay, so let's look at the other rewards that you get from fishing. So let's open up the basket. So in here, you'll see fish that I just double clicked by mistake. It will give you XP. You can use it every day and it'll give you XP. There's also fish that'll give you talent points, which are both really good. Fish is obviously used in cooking as well, which gives you combat buffs and other buffs, so really helpful there as well. But you also get a bunch of other rewards. For example, you get these covers. You also get chests. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these out real quick. I don't want to take everything out because it's far too many items. Okay, we grab those. Okay, so we're going to leave the fish in there for now. So if we scroll down and we look for the chest that we just pulled out. So these chests, you get them when you're fishing. So let's open them up. Okay, and I ran out of backspace. Okay, that's unfortunate. But you're going to see right now that it's pulling out items that I can give to NPCs to raise their intimacy. And raising the intimacy for the NPCs is actually pretty important. So you're going to want to use those on the NPCs. So let's try to bind these together real quick. So one of the things you're also going to get is you're going to get these books. And the books, you can open them up. Let's find the books. Sorry about the messy inventory. A lot of items. And right now, I'm getting more items I can give to NPCs. Now, that doesn't seem super important because it's just intimacy stuff. The intimacy stuff is important, but something even more important to you straight away would be this. When you're fishing, you're going to get items, which you can then trade into this dwarf here. Unfortunately, I don't have any items because I just messed it up. But he'll give you items that you can wash. And when he washes your items, it'll give you stuff back. It'll give you like silver. Sometimes it'll give you purple gear, which the purple gear you can wear or you can transfer its stat lines off onto your own gear. You need to be level 5, level 7 for these. The other two are pretty low level. So you want to definitely get your reputation up with this guy so you can actually, use your stuff. Okay, so now that you know about washing stuff and you know about the reputation, you're going to want to keep in mind that fish is used in cooking quite a bit. It's much higher level cooking. Like, I don't think there's any fish you can make under level 9 or level 10 cooking. So it's not something that's important unless you're, really into cooking. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, if you don't want to do fishing early on, that's okay. Just collect your bait up and just keep storing it. And when you're ready to fish, get your bonuses up and then use it so you can get a higher chance to get the better fish so you can get the items that you want. Okay, that covers everything you need to know for fishing. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.